So good afternoon everybody. Welcome to the second shift analysis of your PPB exam. As you know that the exam is ongoing. In the first shift we have seen that the initial reaction was moderate to difficult exam, but when you analyze it more deeply you will find that the questions are doable. At least they are doable. There is no as such a difficult question asked in the examination. More or less we can say that the questions are lengthy, no doubt about that, we are not denying the fact. But when we talk about the actual topics, so topics are picked from the syllabus only, and they have been often repeated also in the previous exam. So when you talk about the second shift, mostly we are in touch with the bankers and they are reporting almost same kind of difficulty level has been retained by the IRBF in the second shift as well. Fine. So one simple request for all of you: if you have given the exam in the second shift and you know the questions, kindly share them in the chat section so that the bankers, the participants who are having their exam in the third shift, they can benefit. And also share your experience, that how was the experience while sitting in the examination hall, what was your score, and what is your takeaway from this particular shift. Because ultimately we are here analyzing the shifts, but actual thing is being done, or you can say dealt with, at your end only. Fine. So here you can see that I have written two topics which were asked in the second shift also, and one clarification, because this doubt was there, many students were asking this doubt when we talk about the first shift also. In second shift also one question is there on the warehouse receipt, but mostly the doubt was that whether the maximum loan limit for the individual borrowers is 75 lakh or 2 crore. Because in the options it was written as 75 lakh only. So the old scenario is 75 lakh only, but when we talk about the latest guideline, it stands at 2 CR. So if the options are there where 75 lakh is the only option, tick that only. Otherwise 2 crore will be the right answer for the individual category. When we talk about the FPOs, the packs, the consortium, then the maximum loan limit is 10 CR. Okay, for your negotiable warehouse receipt, the maximum loan limit, that is the right answer. Okay. Yes, correct. Fine. Next we talk about the reporting obligations. In this particular shift they have asked one question on the reporting obligations, which stands at 10 lakh for the non-profit organization. Fine. The reports which we generate in the bank, in the branches, and submitted to the higher authorities. For the cash transactions, the limit is 10 lakh or above if the frequent transactions are ongoing, and for non-profit also the limit is 10 lakh. For the cross-border wire transfer, it is what, 5 lakh, and your counterfeit currency, which was asked in first shift also, fine, it is any denomination, any limit, no limit is basically set on the counterfeit currency, that you must know. Fine. Next we have some questions based on the PSL norm. See, one question has been reported by the bankers regarding your DSCR. Fine. DSCR, whether the interest obligation is calculated or not. So net profit plus depreciation is there, plus other non-cash expenses will also be included in that, in your DSCR, if one question is there on the numerical. Fine, based on the formula, if they have asked that. Yes. So mostly the questions, you can say, they are from the book directly. The most important one, the provisioning norms which are expected in your last shift also. The provisioning norms are what? They are simply the RBI's guidelines so that the NPA management can be done. Simple, very simple. All you have to remember is the doubtful category, D1, D2, D3 and SMA categories as well. Okay. One question is there on your ECGC classification. Yes. So one question on ECGC classification, that what is the actual norm here when we talk about the gradings given by your Export Credit Guarantee Corporation. So ECGC classification for A2 was asked, what is the provisioning? For the A2 category, whether it was asked, kindly tell me, it is 0.25. It is for your A2 category. If any other category was asked, then you can tell me. Next question, we have yes, this we have done. Okay, we AK, thank you for your efforts also, because it's ultimately because of your efforts that you have secured such good marks. 62 is a very good mark here. Sandesh is saying 63. Excellent job, guys. It is the, you can say, testimony that yes, you have in fact done the studies in a right manner. Congratulations, everyone. Karnakar is saying PSL for SABC small finance banks, the norm is 75 only. Fine. For your UCBs, urban cooperatives, it was amended in March 2025 as 60%. Okay. Any other doubt? Some questions also. AK, we want some questions from your side. Sandesh, if you can share your questions, because ultimately it will benefit the students who are there in the third shift. Their exam is in the third shift also, so that we can give them the direction, right direction collectively. Since you are an expert now, fine. Many bankers will be asking you also, all of you who have cracked this exam, that how we should approach. Okay. Achint is okay, good. 58 is also a very good score. Being a lengthy paper, being a moderately difficult paper, when we see such scores, it is excellent, I would say. Good, congratulations. What about the questions, if you can share here? Okay, so ECGC question, whether this was there or not. One question on ECGC, whether it was there. PSL norms, when we talk about the PSL norms, as Karnakar was asking, mostly they will ask you from the priority sector lending guidelines, the master's guideline of RBI, which includes your agriculture, the total priority sector, weaker section, as well as your so I think yes, weaker section and agriculture. That is what they are asking, along with the micro enterprises. Okay, Swift LAN Atal pension amount. Fine. So we have the questions. Swift was asked. Let me just write the particular topics first, then I'll be explaining also. Then we have LAN. One question on LAN was asked. Okay, whether the LAN, you can elaborate, Achint, if you can elaborate here. LAN, what was the exact question? Because it is a big topic, I think, right? Atal pension amount, when APY Yojana was asked. Then we have more questions. Okay, thank you, Muktanand Malviya. Again, 70, I think, right now. You can be very relaxed that you have scored more marks, fine, 20 plus marks than the official benchmark. That is great to know. 70, congratulations. Fine. What else you guys can tell me? Okay, one question on LEI. Okay. LEI, fine. Next. Fine. So Swift LAN, what was the question? APY, what was the limit if it was asked? So 1,000 to 5,000 is the limit. Age group till 40 years, right? That is, if this was the question. For Swift, your worldwide, fine. Everyone please can, yes, that is the ask. So any other question, guys? Any other question we have right now? Okay, 2-3 questions from SHGs. So self-help group, there were 2-3 questions. And when we talk about IFS also, SHG was asked, and in this particular SHG question for the IFS, it was that in the hilly areas, what is the limit? So 5 members can also form your self-help group. That was the question there. Then we have CMS. Good. Sumit is saying that CMS was asked. Cash management system. One question on cash management system was asked. Okay. So I think this was a simple question. The cash management system, CMS. Next, what else we have here? In the Swift, what was asked, if the full form was asked or not, whether it was full form only or one case study, because we have seen that from Swift they ask the case studies also. Next, any other question, guys? So Society for Worldwide Information, fine. Financial telecommunication, that is your Swift, if that was asked. What else? Interbank, sorry. It is interbank, not information, as I just told you. It is interbank, I for interbank. What else? Any other question, guys? So all of you who have cleared this exam, okay, so one question on debit card was also asked. Fine. So debit card was also asked. See, when we talk about debit card, mostly we expect that question will be based on the your basic saving account. Fine. BS, BDA. And here the debit card is issued or not, that is normally IRBF asks you. So debit card is issued in this particular account, not credit card, right? Then we have banking ombudsman. Good, good. Question on a banking ombudsman was also asked. Banking ombudsman. And mostly when we talk about the third shift, they may ask you the RBI IOS, fine. IOS, Integrated Ombudsman Scheme. Three schemes were clubbed together, and we see it as the RBI OS right now for 2021. Okay, Shalini is giving the input as the paper was horrible. Definitely, it was lengthy. It was having n number of case studies also, which is not at all easy while sitting in the examination. Here I am standing in front of you, just analyzing the paper, fine. So I can give any kind of judgment, but you guys are the real judge of the paper. Vinita is saying cleared PPB. Congratulations, Vinita. Again, testimony of your hard work only. And if you can share the questions with us, it will benefit the students also who are having their exam in the last shift. Okay, so one particular input is that SHG, again SHG we have seen self-help group, more questions were asked here from the SHG. So see what all we can remember, the minimum loan amount is 0.15 lakh. That is the minimum loan amount. Then we talk about the SHG. There are 4 tranche, fine, in which the loan is disbursed. Okay, 4 tranche is there. Along with that, the repayment period. Question can be asked on the repayment period as well. For repayment period, always remember the initial time period will be within 12 months. Then we have 12 to 24 months, then 36 months, and lastly we can go up to 60 months also for a rare case. So for your credit, this can be asked in the next shift if not asked in your second shift. And often we have seen that the things are repeated. And one more observation as being shared by Shalini is that not even a single numerical was asked. Okay, no numerical. If all of you can agree on this part, it will be really beneficial for us as well as the students who are having their exam, because in May 2025 we have seen 15 to 20 numericals, right? So again we can say that IRBF has shifted towards a non-numerical PPB subject, right? Sangeeta, congratulations again. 50 marks in this tough examination. You have done really a good job. Remittance questions. Remittance for what? If you can elaborate. Remittance question related to what? Okay, 2 marks case studies. Fine. So we can say that 2 markers case studies were asked. Again, the case studies, I am assuming that the case studies were lengthy, but they were doable, right? Okay, so Devendra is telling us that one question based on working capital turnover method. Fine, calculating the working capital based on your turnover method. So working capital turnover method. Fine, turnover. So we have 3. Fine, Tandon 1, 2, 3. All the 3 have different benchmarks. Fine, and when we talk about the margin money, it will be 25% and 75% will be the MPBF, your maximum permissible bank finance. Fine. So for first, we have the working capital only, working capital gap as the benchmark in the first method. Then we have the overall assets, and finally the core assets in the third method. Okay. Very lengthy case studies. Yes, case studies were there. They were indeed lengthy. Next, what we have, what else you can tell me? Let me see on the group also if we have anything here. Okay, so I think that the question which you are saying, remittance questions, it was from this EEFC, right? EEFC, then DDA also we have RFC. So let's summarize that also for all of you. In the meantime, do share the questions. So when we talk about your EEFC, here I have the entire table with me. So EEFC we have for your exchange earners, foreign currency account, exchange earners, foreign currency. What was exactly asked, if you can tell me, in EEFC? Then we have DDA. This question, DDA, for your diamond dollar scheme. Diamond dollar we have seen in the last class only. Fine, last night only we were discussing this diamond dollar scheme, where the update was that the particular firm which is in the business of your diamond dollar and the gemstones, along with that various other ornaments, they must be in the business for minimum 3 years. If in the third shift we have this question from DDA, then 3 years will be the right answer as per the RBI's update of May 2025. Okay, so this can be asked in the upcoming shift. Right? Okay, then we also have one question on the CGT MSc. Fine. So CGT MSc, what is the most important aspect here? See, overall limit, if they have asked what is the current limit, it is 10 CR. Fine. The collateral free loans up to 10 CR can be there in the CGT MSc, and the most important guarantee coverage as such, it is for the women beneficiaries. Fine. So for women entrepreneurs, what will be the right answer? Women entrepreneurs, it is 90% as per the revised guidelines which were published in, I think, Feb and applicable from 1st of April. Right. Okay, lengthy confusion, Mr. X, Mr. Y, ABC. Yes, the case studies are of that nature only, that you will find what? Mr. X and Y, some relationship will be given. The loan account has been opened. When we talk about the DDA scheme also, it can also be asked in the XY format. Your partnership firm, also proprietorship firm, a number of partners are there. What can be done, which operations they can do, all these questions are your case study based only. Fine. Then we have Bailey-Baylor relationship, fine, in the safe custody. Okay, so safe custody, Bailey-Baylor relationship. Okay, safe custody, your Bailey and Baylor relationship. And when we talk about the next shift, Bailey-Baylor, what they can ask? They can ask you lessee and lessor relationship for your safe custody only, but in the case of locker. And in case of locker, we have seen one distinction which we must highlight again, that if a particular negligence is on the bank's part, then what will be the compensation amount given to the customer? It will be 100 times the locker rent. So these questions, again, as we were discussing in the last class also last night, that these questions will fetch you 0.5 marks, but they are very important to secure your 50 marks. That margin will be ultimately from here. Yes, Bailey-Baylor relationship. Then we have DPG. Arpita is saying DPG was asked. Deferred payment guarantee. Fine. We have the deferred payment guarantee also. So financial guarantee along with the DPG, they are important. And we have seen one case based on the DPG where the installments were deferred. Fine. The initial setup was in the installment and it was a deferred payment. Next, what question was asked? Let me see. I have with me some more questions. Okay, so one question on the northeast region is also there as reported by the students. So CGTMSC cover for the northeast region. So always remember, it is 80% for the loans up to 50 lakh. Fine, up to 50 lakh the coverage is 80%, and 75% is there for the loans beyond 50 lakh up to 500 lakh. Okay, that is for your northeast region. They can ask you state wise also, fine, like Assam, Arunachal, but overall it is the limit. This is the limit. Yes, and also this is for your northeast, which they have asked. In the next shift, what they can ask, that the UT of Ladakh, fine, because this is also the UT of Ladakh is also having the same limits, exactly the same. So Ladakh, they can ask you in the next shift, or for that matter, women beneficiaries 90% throughout. So this table is very important. CGTMSC cover table is very, very important. If you have not seen, then kindly go through it once. Yes, exchange foreign currency accounts we have seen, the DDA and EEFC, very, very important. Let me just see some more questions. Bailey-Baylor done. Then FCNR. Okay, FCNR was asked. So FCNR, basically, what do we mean by FCNR? The currencies in which this account has been maintained are the foreign currency only, leading to what? This leads to the lower risk. So the risk of exchange is very, very lower. And we have done one case study based on this in the last class only. Again, I'm not saying that we have discussed, that is why it has come. These are a part of syllabus only. Fine. What else you can recall? Yes, this is done for the Sikkim. Yes, Sikkim guarantee coverage we have seen here. Safe deposit relationship of bank. Bailey-Baylor relationship one case study based on micro, small, medium enterprise. Paid up capital was given and your turnover classification. Okay, so MSME classification, again every time this is asked. This time it was expected much more, reason being the change in the classification. So 2.5, 25 and 125 for your investment classification, and when we talk about 10, 100 and 500, these are for your turnover, fine, in crores, fine, it is 2.5. okay, MSME. What else you can recall? This we have discussed, done. "90 days SMA question was asked, fine. So SMA again simple, SMA 0, 1, 2, 3, 0, 1 and 2, fine. SMA 0, then we have 1 and SMA 2, SMA 1 and 2. So 30 days, here we have the limit as 60 days and here the 90 days, special mentioned accounts. Okay, this is SMA. Having the plant and machinery as 25 and turnover 150. Turnover is 150. I don't think so. That turnover can be 150 in case of your small enterprise. It is up to 100. Up to 100. Yes, exchange foreign currency done. Then we have 16 case studies of 2 marks. Okay, Harsh is saying that yes, I think so, because the level is increasing, ever increasing, I would say. What else you can recall? Anything else? So PMEGP, if the question was asked, it is what? 10 lakh collateral free loan up to 10 lakh can be provided. Fine. Okay, if fine, one question on the manufacturing and service sector limit, manufacturing and service sector limit of PMEGP. So 50 for manufacturing and 20 for your service sector in case of your PMEGP scheme. PMEGP, Prime Minister Employment Guarantee Program. Okay, for your manufacturing and services, 50 lakh and 20 lakh. Okay, so one case study on the check was asked. So case study on check dishonor case study. Whether it was for the insufficient funds, or something else was asked in this case study. Insufficient funds or something else, if you can share. Next question, CGTMSC for, yes, it will be the coverage under the CGTMSE. For the Sikkim will be 80% for the loan amount up to 50 lakh. Beyond that, it is 75%. Congratulations, Nilesh. Congratulations for securing your marks. Many congratulations. Dheeraj is also 50, scored 53. Good. Okay, so finally one question on agri credit. We were expecting that the questions will be there, but okay. For the first time, I am seeing the agri credit question on the short-term crop loans. Fine. So short-term crop loans within 1 year, right? Short-term crop loans. And when we talk about the third shift, what can be asked? If you have the direct question from this topic, do let me know. Otherwise, what is important in the short-term crop loans? First of all, the DLTC will be telling you the scale of finance for a particular agricultural crop, fine, with respect to a particular district. Then you must know the acreage, the area. Just simply multiply these two, you will get the limit. Fine, the loan limit, initial loan limit. After that, you must add 10% towards the consumption, fine, the household expenditure, etc. for the farmer, and 20% will be the additional limit. Fine, that will be the additional over and above the final loan limit. This will give you what? This will give you the KCC first year limit. Fine, first year. Fine, that is for your short-term crop loans. Fine. Yes, bank guarantee DPG we have seen. Then case study on MSME. Fine. So MSME case study, if you can share with us, it will be beneficial. Case study on MSME also. So what we will be doing now, we will give you one PDF after the session is over, so that in case you have missed this time, you have the questions with you and you can keep on practicing. Now is the time to practice a lot. If you have missed the cutoff, let's say by 1 mark, 2 mark, now is the time to practice. Sending notice after 1 month, 15th of the month, one amount was 1.5 lakh and another was 50,000. So immediate notice must be given, fine. If it is under the insufficient funds, the entry must be maintained in the register, and once the notice is given within 15 days more, it must be reverted back by the customer. Fine, this MSME case study, if you can tell me what was the exact case study. In the meantime, let me see more questions if there are. Okay, this question we have discussed, the Sikkim one. Okay, so non-replenishment, I think that was the question asked here. ATM penalty, non-replenishment, for that it is 10,000, right? 10,000 is the cap for the ATM non-replenishment, if this was the question. ATM non-replenishment, the right answer will be, the limit set is at 10,000. What else you can gather? Yes, SSG case study done. Locker relationship we have seen. Payment gateway, if that was the question. UPI 2.0, whether the question was asked. Okay, one case study was there, I think, in the unauthorized access in locker. Fine. So negligence of bank, which we were discussing, 100 times the locker amount, the locker rent. Unauthorized, if unauthorized official operates safe, then locker interchange, okay, or recorded in entry register or allowed to operate unauthorized official cannot operate the you can say strong room. Fine. So leave aside the safe deposit. Strong room you cannot access if you are an unofficially you are visiting the strong room. The CCOs for your Consumer Protection Act 2019, if the authority was asked. Then we have Cat 5E. Congratulations, Jitesh, for securing such good marks. Safe custody relationship done. Check clearance related question. Yes, it was expected, Mitesh. And when we talk about the continuous clearing system, it has been introduced right now. But the CTS, I think one question was on CTS then. So one question on your check truncation system was also there. Okay. Okay, priority sector lending, 2 questions were asked. Fine. What else you can gather? I think we have covered most of the questions which have been reported by the students. In case I have missed your questions, you can again tell me. As far as I can see, we have discussed most of them. Okay. So, okay, PSL, let me just give you an overview regarding the PSL. The most important limits right now, it will be related to the dwelling units. Fine. So dwelling units, I have the table with me. So quickly, all of you who are having the exam in the 3rd shift, you should remember some of the PSL norms. Fine. PSL norms, the important ones. First one being that one category of NCF, non-corporate farmers, has been introduced, and the obligation is 14% of ANBC or CEOBE, whichever is higher. Fine. COBE, whichever is higher. Then we have one particular limit for the dwelling units. Fine. For housing category. This is for the agriculture. The important updates I am telling you, so that in the 3rd shift, if they ask, you should be able to answer. For housing, in the 1st shift, one question was asked pertaining to the loan limit. Fine. So loan limit for the centers with population 5 lakh. So always remember, for your 10 lakh, up to 10 lakh population, your particular answer for this question will be 35 lakh. Yes, 35 lakh is the loan limit. This is the loan limit. And when we talk about the maximum cost of the dwelling unit, this is the loan amount. Fine, do not get confused. This is the loan amount. And when we talk about the dwelling unit, the price of the property, it can be maximum 45 lakh. This is the price of the dwelling unit. Okay, loan amount 35 lakh. This was asked in the 1st shift, I think. So they can repeat it in the 3rd shift also. Then one more important question in the housing only, it is for the repair works. One question has been reported on the repair works for the category with the centers with population 50 lakh and above. So for 50 lakh and above, 50 lakh plus, you have the maximum eligibility for the repairs as 15 lakh. This is the maximum loan which you can have. Maximum loan. Okay. This is the population. Fine. Population 50 lakh for the repair work. Okay. So these are the 2 limits which you must remember. Along with that, the urban cooperatives, UCBs, the limit has been updated. The total priority sector lending has been changed to 60%. Okay, 60% of ANBC COB, whichever is higher. Fine. PSL case study done. Contract which is enforceable by law. Fine. Contract agreement which is enforceable by law, that we say that it is a contract. Good. What else we have? Okay, so all of you who are having the exam in the next shift, what you should do right now, just go through all the tables which are there in the book, if you are studying from the book, or for that matter, if you can see only the tables from the Mahamarathon as well as your final revision, they will be helpful. Fine. Now is the time where you should focus on the tables only. Okay, so one question on your 51 shift. Okay, shift 2 51. Good, good. That's a good score, Bablu. Congratulations. Unauthorized access done of locker by the bank official. One case study was asked. We have seen that. Enforceable of law. Minimum amount for filing case as per DRT. Okay, so Nidhi is sharing that one question was there on the DRT, Debt Recovery Tribunal. So that is a part of recovery. So in recovery mechanism, if we have the cases in the courts, or we can go for the DRT, there is a limit which is 20 lakh. Fine. So one question on DRT was also asked, Debt Recovery Tribunal, when you can approach this DRT. So if the amount is 20 lakh, 20 lakh is the amount. Below that, directly you can approach the civil courts. Fine. Okay, so options were given. Another question for the cardless transactions. Fine. Good, good. Congratulations, Mohammad Ishaq. Good score, 55 again, a very good score. See, whenever you guys report your scores, we feel elated for sure. And all of you who were not able to crack this exam, do not worry. Fine, just relax for a day or so and then go for the next cycle. If you have the exam of AFM tomorrow, then definitely you should focus on the revision. But whenever we talk about the particular exam cycle, it will be held again in the next year first half. So start preparing for that if you are done with all the other subjects. Okay, and for all of you, one piece of information, AFM marathon will be live today. Fine, the final revision session as we call it, and that will be on both the channels. We will be having the session on JAIIB CAIIB English medium as well as on the Officers Adda 247. So just a quick update for all of you. It will start from 5:30 and all of you must participate with full enthusiasm as you have done in the IFS as well as PPB. Fine. Yes, RFC domestic account, one case study was asked. We have seen that. NRI account opening case study was also there. Fine. NRI, I think we have not discussed. DPG, safe custody. Here only, na? Here you will be having the deposit one. RFC deposit as well. One is normal, another is deposit. So this is also one case study. Okay. So case study was there. Fine. Case study was there for your RFC deposit also. And one case study on NRI deposits. Fine. So I think that NRI deposits or the foreign exchange accounts, the forex accounts, one question was on FCNR. This case study is different from that, right? Case study. Okay. Which kind of documents, Tiyasha, if you can tell us? Yes, yes, that is what it is, but we have to be in line with the level of preparation. Fine. Everybody is preparing, and definitely you guys will sail through the AFM also. 3 days of passive preparation, 48 is a good score, right? If you have some margin for your upcoming exams, let's suppose IFS you have cleared and now you are having 48. So for AFM as well as your RBWM, if you can score more marks, let's suppose 60 plus, you can clear the JAIIB still. Okay, so target that. IDK, my name. I think I don't know IDK. Fine. Customer demands the loan documents. Bank can issue it only with the court order. Customer is demanding the loan document. If the loan is complete, then directly you can give, fine, whether it the lane is there on a particular loan account. Let's suppose for KCC we have a loan limit, and there is one EM created with the district office, fine, in the Tehsil office. So just send the customer there, and NOC will be provided by you, and the documents will be taken by the customer. For your home loan also, in the district office, the EM charge which you have created, just give the NOC and the documents will be provided to the customer once the loan is complete, fine. Uma Maheshwari, 2 days clear. Excellent, excellent. And sometimes we see that in PPB mostly it happens, because you guys being banker, you already know the basics of banking. So that is why it is there that yes, we have the particular scores. Good, good. Within some few days of preparation as well. Tushar, don't get disheartened. Fine, 43. It means that you have gone through the basics already, and definitely next time you will be able to clear this exam. Fine. So on that note, all the best everyone. Whosoever is having the exam in the third shift, we will come up live on this channel as well as Office Adda 247 with the third shift analysis. So stay tuned and all the best.